reiterating this ease of self. Yeah. Okay, so let's take our fingers to the side, quite far. Sit up. I don't want to say tall. Just see if you can push your sit bones down and see if you can lift the back of your head. Look to the right, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, look to the left. One more time, inhale. Exhale. You're really turning the neck, feeling it through the chest or the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Take the right ear to the right shoulder and notice anything moving with that. Walk your right fingers out and walk your left fingers out. So you're walking as far as you can. And again, without anything else moving, can you try to find the shoulder with your ear? Now, can you take the chin toward the clavicle or the collarbone? Side, not in the front, the side. And then scoop to the center, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back up, relax the arms a little bit. And again, find the left ear to the left shoulder, but notice everything wants to move with that. So can you not move with that? Walk the left fingers out. You can close your eyes. Walk the right fingers out. And again, notice if something's moving. So for me, I have to really relax my ribs down and push my sit bones down. Find that shoulder with the ear. And now come to find the shoulder blade or clavicle. So you're just going a diagonal. You're almost putting that chin on the chest. Really see if you can get down there. Breathing in and out. And back to center. And inhale up. Grab your elbows behind you. So notice which one you're grabbing. And push the forearms into the low back. Yes, sitting's a problem. Please sit on something higher. Good. Look up with the chin, inhale. And exhale down. Inhale, look up. Hold that. Get a double chin. Stick out your chin. And release. Shoulder circles, back. So you're holding on. You're seeing what this is like, or holding on to your forearms. Switch the hold on your forearms, and I'm going back with my shoulder rolls. And again, back. And if you can't hold on, you can just keep your arms by your side. That's fine too. But the tension gives a little different feeling. And release. Feet up or knees up. Let's reach to the right as we turn. Exhale. Reach to the left as we turn. Inhale to exhale. And repeat that 3 times. And make it again with a real sense of ease or love. You know, love's a tough word for a lot of us, and that, you know, it doesn't have it's all encompassing. So being present is an act of love. One more. And do we have walls today? I was hoping we did.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie, do you have something to push against?
Yeah, I can figure something out.
Okay. All we have to do is push something against on the ground. That's all you're looking to do, if it's a chair or not. What I wanted to do was, yeah. So Debbie doesn't have one. Is that true? Huh.
Have what?
A wall. You really don't have a wall.
No, I can figure, I'll do whatever. I'll come up with something.
Okay, for Deb, you're just putting your feet on the ground, just like so.
Yep.
For everybody else, look to see you're in a 90-90. Okay, so really be fairly close to the wall. So we're going to practice our pelvic lifts or tilts. So listen to the cueing. So everybody put your hands on your ribs and on your low pelvis and inhale. And exhale, you're just feeling. I'm going to exhale through my mouth. You can exhale through your nose. Notice on the exhale again, do you feel the low back relaxing into the floor? If not, see if you can encourage that, or the middle back somewhere. One more time. Now this is crazy. Can you do a Kegel right now? So just do 3 Kegels, meaning hold your P and release. And notice what happens to your belly when you hold your P. Goes down just a little bit maybe, or it pulls up. One more time. Exhale, hold. Good. So now you're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lower down, and then hold your P just a little bit, and release. And let's do this again. Inhale, hold your P. I had it wrong. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Hold your P. Exhale. Now hold this and see if you can breathe. So I'm kind of holding my P and I'm breathing. Now some of you are going to use the wall, you're going to use the floor. Get close enough to the wall so you really feel the low back in the wall, in the floor right now. And just practice tiny pelvic tilts. Exhale, lift up just about an inch, and inhale down. Exhale. I'm almost holding the P. It's not really, but I just wanted you to get that sense of adding that. Let's do it 3 to 5 times. And notice that your buttocks kicks in, your hamstrings kicks in, especially if your feet are at the wall. Now hold the one at the top. So I'm just holding it. I'm barely not even an inch off the ground. Lengthen the back of your neck. If you're using the floor, it's fine too. You're just holding an inch off the ground. Breathe. Feel the pressure in the low back, the middle back. And lower down. Let's do that one more time. So inhale. Start to exhale. Hold your P and lift that up. This time, take your arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. So you stick out your thumbs. You're going to reach your right arm down to the floor behind you. You're still holding, not very high. It could be 1/2 inch. Find the floor and then come back. Do that with the left side. And if it's too much lifting yourself up, then come down even more. Get the low back touching the floor. So you just get the low back touching the floor at this point for most of you, because holding it's too tough, and just have a little bit of a tilt. And then the left hand. Straight arm. So feel how the core is solid. So if we're doing some load work, this is really helpful for the core. And feel how you can push your feet in the wall and you feel solid in your low body. One more time. If you want, you can take both arms behind if that's comfortable, pushing into the wall, lengthen the back of the neck or the floor. And again, low back is on the floor, just tilting up just slightly. Reach the arms away. And down. Relax for a moment. Debbie, you stay right there. Everybody else roll to your side, back against the wall. I have to remember these things. Yeah, we'll just do this. This is fine. So my knees are bent and we're doing wall slides. So now let's check with our shoulders. So you're doing the same thing, Debbie, but on the ground. So you're doing floor slides right here. So my low back is not on the ground, right, Lee? So my mid back is on the ground, trying to put my wrists up there and see if you can go for 10. So on the floor, it's going to be a little bit easier, hopefully, for you, Deb. So you're going from cactus.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Who said wow?
Oh, Nancy, I'm going to the
Yes.
floor.
Go to the floor. Love it. Maybe go to the floor, Nancy R. You might find that more comfortable. Maybe just even holding it there, Nancy, or just trying to. Don't do something that doesn't work. Breathe.
How much of our back should we have against the wall?
I would do the best you can, as much as you can, meaning the upper back and middle back, definitely. The lower back won't get to the wall.
Okay.
3 more. 3, 2, last one. And release. Sit away from the wall and feel that. Okay, so Debbie, you're looking for something to push against. We're going to get in a handstand position on the floor. So, I'm not sure how to make the adjustment, Debbie.
Do it like this.
You just want to find something. So what I'm looking for is bent knees, everybody. And I want you to push, I want you to be so close to the wall that you really have to push to extend your elbows, and knees are bent. So from here, remember the breathing. Inhale, exhale, hold your P for a second and push. So now I'm straightening my elbows even more. How's this, Nancy R? Hopefully this works.
This is fine.
And then relax. Inhale. Exhale, hold your P. Push the low back down and really push the wall. Really push, 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 so your back almost slides away from the wall. Good. So just notice now, take your right foot up to the ceiling like a tabletop, and see, again, you have to brace. Other side, take the left one up. This is, again, how I'd like some of you, and do that again, marching. It's just holding it in tabletop, but you're pushing at the wall, and you have much more stability. Last one, right knee up in tabletop, still pushing. And left knee up in tabletop. Relax the arms, take a moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so you can do it, Debbie, without this. It's just more, it's more comfortable by pushing. We're gonna do leg circles. So my knees are bent, I'm pushing into the wall. Right leg up to the ceiling, point the toe straight. So the left leg is bent. And make, kind of big circles. I'm going counterclockwise. Big circles, medium circles, find your circle. But your elbows want to be straight if you're at the wall. One more. So we're working using the core. Now the other way. And if it's straining, relax a little bit. You're just using this as a tool. Are you breathing? Okay, now bend the knee, pull it into the chest, hip circle. So again, counterclockwise or clockwise, go one way, 4 to 5 times. And try to keep both hip bones or pelvic bones on the ground, so you're not rocking side to side. And then go the other way if you haven't. So what I like about this is the stability. You're also stretching the whole body and it's stable. And then come back down, relax the arms for a moment. Relax the legs. And I can tell for some of you, this definitely is some work, right? Okay, I'm going to push again, find some support. It doesn't have to be hard. Left leg comes up, straighten the knee, point the toes, make sure the toes are pointed, and circles. So it's really point the toes, like you have point shoes on. I said, most of us have never worn point shoes, but, and try to really draw a circle with the whole leg. And then go the other way. Inhale, one direction, exhale as you come around. Inhale, exhale as you come around. One more. Now do the same thing with the knee bent. So again, I'm opening and closing, and notice that I'm rocking. So if I'm rocking, I'm actually gonna not push more with my arms, I'm gonna push maybe more with my outside arm, the opposite arm, to stabilize. And then hip circle the other way. So we don't realize how much core is being used to support us through all motion. Last one, inhale and exhale. And relax completely. Ah. So that was some work on the upper body, wasn't it? You don't even realize it. Maybe a little twist here. And hands?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, sorry about that. So again, your hands can be on the ground. I'm just giving people options. Let's do a little twist. So tabletop, and you can put your arms on the side or not, and just a little twist. Only go about 15 degrees. And then back. And other side. So what I'm trying to do is try to keep almost both hip bones down if I could. You're just doing this as a counter. And then release. And let's roll up. And again, you can sit. You're not going to feel the same, Debbie, but I'm just going to push my feet. You could put blocks in front of your feet, but they don't stay. You want to put your feet at the wall and be in staff position. Some of you may need to sit up on a blanket if that's more comfortable, but we're not going to be here very long. What we're asking is, I want you to feel what it's like to have pressure. So I'm going to push into the wall and push into the floor. That's all I'm doing. Basically, these exercises at the beginning is really just getting you to feel this. So I bend my knees, hands on the floor, and then push the wall with my heels and push the floor with my calves. Feel the activation in the front of the thighs and the back of the thighs. Holding that for like 5 breaths. So Debbie, you could just straighten your legs very strongly. Maybe your hands need to be fingertips behind you, whatever you need to do. And then relax. So in a sense, press again. This is what you almost want to feel. We're not going to, but when you're standing, you want to feel this much kind of extension in the legs, really strong. And release one more time, and this is it. Exhale and push. And release. Good. So I'm just going to be on my knees or whatever you need to. I can stand just to feel what all that's like. So did we get a sense of how to use the core a little bit better, or how to use foundation? That's kind of what that was all about. So here's another one. You could use fists, I think, Sarah, but we're going to do bird dog just with the legs. Now, if you have a wall, you might be happy, especially if you have back issues, using the wall. Whoops. So bird dog is simply like this. I'm simply going to extend one leg back. Here's the wall, and put the foot on the wall and lift my upper back up. So I'm really going to press into the wall and look and hold. So this is easier for some of you, harder on the hands. Otherwise, I'm simply going to, and I'll go sideways, point my toe behind me, really, really straighten that leg very strongly, push into the floor, push, 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 and then just lift, not much, because I don't want any low back bend, and hold for 3 to 5 breaths. Let's go 3. Breathe. And you'll know it's working if you don't feel any back and down, and you just feel tush and hamstring. So let's cue again. Let's do the same side. Everybody on hands and knees, tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the ground and feel what you have to do for your upper back, shoulders, and then release. That's the kind of work you want to do when you do this half bird dog. Left leg back, point the toe, pull the navel in, and then just lift the, go ahead.
Same leg?
Yes, same leg, please.
Oh, same leg.
And all I want you to do is point the toe so strongly and lift the back off the ground. Keep pulling the navel up. So it's not very high you're going. You don't have to go straight. And down. Are we getting the idea? And again, push into the hands. You're not rounding the upper back, but you're getting a firm focus. Extend the same leg, point, point, point very strongly. Imagine I'm pulling your toe back and up. Feel only hamstrings and buttocks. Hold, breathe. And down. Does anyone feel the low back?
Nope.
Awesome. Can we do one more? We'll work on the hands. If you need to make fists, make fists. That's fine too. So push into the hands. So you round the back slightly. Point the toe behind you very strongly like point shoes. Squeeze the tush and push into the hands as you lift. And it doesn't have to go high. I think that's what happens too often, breathing in and out. Now keep reaching the leg behind you like you're pushing with your toe the wall. And down. Good. Relax and rotate your wrists. So how was that? Can you feel that cheek more than the other one? That's a no?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'm finding is, again, we're not in person, so I can't really check on a lot of things. So again, if this time maybe you do fists, and maybe you do fists as wide as your shoulders, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is really push into the fist if I'm using fists. Right leg goes behind me, and before I even lift it, point the toe and straighten it as hard as I can. So I feel my tush, my hamstring, everything. And then just try to lift that up without moving the low back at all. Breathe. So it may not come very high, and it's okay. And down. And if you want to switch to hands, you can. Push, extend, lift the navel as you really point the toe and straighten it as much as you can. Feel as though you're straightening the back of the knee. And down. So if I have to, I'm going to, again, hold my P in a way, reach back, push into the hands, and lift. So I don't get any of my back, and my head can be up a little bit. And down, one more time. Extend it back, push into the arms, hold your P in, and reach. That's just, again, it can be a trick. Breathe. And down. Child's pose, please. Fingertips. So even with the child's pose here, I'm going to inhale, relax the shoulders on the exhale, and draw my low ribs up into my heels. So I lengthen my neck when I do that. So my head does not have to be on the ground. Inhale. Lengthen the back of the neck on the exhale and pull the navel back and the ribs back. Good. Can we try for down dog? So let's be here, tuck the toes, up on your tippy, tippy, tippy toes. Tippy, tippy toes, head down. Lower the heels. And then walk the hands to the feet. Hang there for a moment. Bend the knees and look forward. Hands on the thighs, torso up, and hold this as you slowly come on up. Good. So let's grab our bands. So I'm going to lift all my 10 toes and put them down. Lift all my 10 toes and put them down. One more time. Reach on up with the band and push the outside of the heels down and back. Again, almost holding your P, and reach the arms up as the ribs go down. So you're just going to pull the arms behind the head. Exhale and inhale up. But again, I'm holding my P in a sense. You don't have to hold it, but at least imagine that. That's that new image to take the navel back. 3. And what's the image here? I'm bringing the shoulder blades together. And if it's too hard, walk the hands out a little bit. Still feel as though, again, it's not lifting the shirt off the back, but it, either hold your P or pull your navel way up to your chest. 3 more. Really nice. Exhale on the down. Inhale on the up. 2 more. Again, navel pulling way, way up. Almost hold your P. You can blow out your mouth. Last one. And release. Relax the shoulders. Hold the band like so. At your waist. And simply open and close. Serratus anterior, these are the really small muscles you use in so much of yoga. Again, if you're getting the residue of holding your P, your navel, is moving up, 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 up. It's trying to pull way up. And my tailbone, it's not going down. I'm like really breaking a belt. 4 more. And again, you can imagine your shoulder blades. They're not really coming together so much, but just practicing that. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Okay. Where are we? Yes. So now in front, take your feet wide. And again, squeeze your tush and lift your navel up. So I'm just going to break the belt here. Hold. And release. So this is, again, instead of on the floor. So if my butt is doing this, I really want to pull it in and lift the navel up. So again, break the belt, squeeze the shoulder blades and hold. You're just holding it there. And notice how high my arms are. And back. We're strengthening those muscles to help us upper back strength. Now, of course, if your weight is not hard enough, it's difficult. Maybe you double the belt. 3 more. 2. Last one, hold. You can micro pulse if you like, or hold it. Hold and try to look down. Try to get your posture even better. Look up, do what you need to do. Spread your toes, lift your toes. 3, 2, and down. Okay, bicep curls. No, I think we'll do the bicep curls on the ground. I prefer to do that. Sorry, I want to see if there's one more standing. Because I think today's a really low day. No, let's go back down. So we're quiet today, I can tell. So half it, and then put it on the back of your feet. And you can have your knees bent, or you can have your knees straight. It's really up to you. And look to hold down quite far. So I'm almost doing a staff pose with my arms straight. Okay, now pull back. And again, imagine you're going to pull your shoulder blades together. Squeeze behind and release. So this is lower back. Squeeze behind. My elbows are tight to my body and release. Squeeze. Exhale. So I'm holding and pausing and really squeeze, pulling the shoulders and the elbows back. You can blow it all the way out. So if you do not feel some resistance right here, then your band is too loose. 3 more. Pull the shoulders way back. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. Okay, C shape. Remember the C shape here. So we're creating this C shape, bending the knees, and we're doing our biceps. So you can just do your biceps here, but we're going to try to do them from here. So counter, so I'm countering. Arms are here and counter with the low back here. So the shoulders are not up here, the shoulders are down here. Good. So from here, I lean back and I'm just going to bicep curl with the elbows high in thumbs up position. Exhale, thumbs up position. When do you exhale? Now. If that's too much, come down here. Totally happy down here? That's fine. Just go for 8. Use the core. Again, I'm still in my mind thinking about holding my P because that lifts the inner pelvic floor up. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay. Sitting tall, our last one on here, and you're simply going to go down. I'm almost holding the ground if it's hard, and back. Down. Now, when we do this, can you see you still have to hold your core? So just see what it's like. What if you have to hold your P every time you exhale? So again, like all of these things, these cues, just 3 more, are about giving you a visualization of lifting the, you call it the perineum, you're lifting the pelvic floor, you're using your inner core as much as your outer. Last one. Well done. Okay. So here's, again, I practiced this and I think this is my new way of doing these 1-arm push-ups on our arm. So it's up to you. I like the idea of almost getting on the ground and then having to push up. Okay? You don't have to. You can still do it this way where we were barely going to the ground. That's fine. But I'm going to encourage some of you to get to the ground, push up. Get to the ground, barely touch it, and come up. And let's see how many we can do comfortably. Okay? You might do 5. And my fingers are pointed this way, but you might change your hand. 3, careful, Nancy R. Exhale, 4. Aside, you're counting on your arm. So again, your choice. Now get here, use the S sound. So your tongue is at the top of your mouth, roof of your mouth. Maybe you have 2 more left. And other side. Yes. So how was that? Did you notice going to the ground is a different sensation, right? You get a different full form. So some of you may not be able to get up from here. And I totally get that, right? And the legs could be staggered. You might decide to have the legs in a more supportive way, okay? So decide that. And I just hold my arm. And again, play with where the hand is. You know, make it fairly comfortable. Love yourself. Come on. Let's not make it too hard, right? You know, how do you love yourself right now? Maybe you look down at the floor and you really focus on your breathing. How do you love yourself? Maybe you can say, I can do it, Nancy. I can do it, Lee. You know, just support yourself. Really breathe. That's the key here. Let's go for 3 more. Makes you tired, doesn't it? And then come on up. Good morning on a Tuesday. Okay. Let's start now. Do it with this. So if you have a circular band, this is the time to put it here. If you have a good circular band, if you don't have a good circular band, I almost suggest doubling your band. You're going to put it underneath your thighs right there. And you're going to cross it. I would like to do this sitting down, but it's going to happen like this. and you're just going to open. So again, my knees are together. See how I have this? And see where it is? It's not here, but it's not at the knees. It's a little bit below. So I pull, and I'm just going to open, and you can relax the shoulders. Or you could hold it with one hand. So sometimes it's just holding it with one hand. See, it's like a clamshell. Oh, look at my girlfriend, Nancy. Nancy's like, okay, I'm hanging out back here. So try it this way. So this way gets a different area. I'm going to suggest this one, but that's okay. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, hold. Little baby pulses. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 4, breathe. 6, 8, 9, and done. Oh, yeah. Okie dokie. So tell me how this works. So Nancy, you could do this at the wall. You could do this lying down, I guess. And maybe Sarah. So let's practice this. So I want to practice something that we were going to do it at the wall. Put one hand on the shoulder blade. Find your shoulder blade. And the other hand's free. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, very often, if you put the hand down, notice the shoulder blade sticks out. If you put the shoulder down, notice your shoulder blade sticking out. So how do I figure it out so it doesn't stick out? So if I did this, oh, it's not sticking out. If I pull my shoulder back, oh, it's not sticking out, it's on my back. Do you remember our conversation, put your shoulder blades on your back? Do you remember, did I do that online? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Pocket.
Oh, in a pocket, love that. Okay, so here's beginner. You know, we've done this, right? But guess what I'm adding? Whee! So now we come up, okay? But the first thing I want you to do is really focus on this. You don't have to hold your shoulder blade. It's just get it there. Once you've gotten it there. And either you can lift yourself up or you can lift yourself up and down. Up, the knee is bent, knees are open and down if you're doing that. Open, really lift the hip. The key is the bottom hip wants to come off that ground. And the nice thing is when you lift the leg on the top, it really lifts that hip with you. So this is getting more glute area. Top of the glute, medius glute, high glute. I know you're not happy with me, sorry. 3 more, 3. Exhale, 2. Put the shoulder blade in the pocket, right, Lee? Last one. Hold at the top if you can. Look at the ceiling. Glorious. In love with yourself. Feel the burn, hopefully. 2 and down. So I like that a little bit better. That's my new go-to because it gets more this area as well as this area. And that's my hallmark when I get back is tush, 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 tush. That's gonna be the focus. And pelvic floor and inner core. Because I didn't tell you, or I did tell you, I had a little back problem and I realized I am not doing things properly. Okay, so let's find our shoulder blade. Notice mine sticking out as yours. Open the top shoulder and the bottom shoulder. Pull the chest forward.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It feels
Please.
like to tuck that scapula in, my ribs are jutting out. And I always thought, oh, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I found it.
Exactly. Okay. Do you see that self-discovery? Amen to that. I'm just like giving a power sign. Okay, practice. Decide what you're going to do. Just the hips, decide. Practice one lifting and see what that's like. And then I think we're going for 10, wasn't it? And I like to reach the arm up and lift. So you're lifting the whole leg off the ground. The toes don't stay together. Lift the whole foot and knee if you can. If not, you're just lifting up. Hey, how about this? Make it up on your own. Whatever movement you got, right? Just feel that action. Let the neck go to the ground, Deb. Right, exactly. Just let it go. That's another thing is so much we hold. Can you just let things go? And back off of an exercise that's not working for you. think we have 3 more. 2. Hold the last one for just a hold. Lift the knee up, lift the hip up. And down. Whee. Okay, bridges. So again, if you have a round band, also, if you have a brick, believe it or not, you might find your body responds well to putting a ball or a brick in between. Most people are better with a band, but some people respond to something here. Okay? You don't have to use a band. You totally don't, but the band adds more resistance. So it's really going to be up to you. Okay? So let's again refine our pelvic tilt before we stretch. So let's go back to the original. Low back on the ground and breathe. Neck long, shoulders relaxed, arms long. Now see if we can do our little hold the P. Inhale. Hold the P and exhale. It's not a strong hold the P, it's just a little hold the P. Release. One more time, practice. Hold that. Lift your hips up. So again, if I'm using the band, I can push the band out and slowly roll down. Inhale. Again, it has to be all at once. Exhale, tilt, hold the P, not hard, very gentle, and lift. And you're not lifting your ribs, your chest, you're just lifting the hips and down. And again, exhale, hold the P, little pelvic tilt, and then lift all the way. So how is this holding the brick between? Is that good for some of you?
For me, yeah,
And roll down.
it is.
Deb, I'm not sure. Since Anna Marie was saying clams with pushing out, you might be better
And I'll
pushing
do
out. I think you're better pushing out. So knees go way out for you, not everybody. And down. And Lee, hold the P. That's the big thing. And especially Maureen too, practice that because that will help you use the proper muscles. And I'm gripping. If I hold my tush at the top, it's firm. 2 more times. Tilt, exhale, hold the P. Always hold the P on the exhale or tilt on the exhale. And when you get up, strong hold. You should be able to hold this baby. Lock it in and then come down. 1 more. Hold this one. Hold everybody for 5, 4. Hold the P even more if you can. 3. Feel that go up the legs. 2 and down. Kind of did a little bit butt backwards. Take the bands off, but that's okay. Okay. And I'm also realizing for some injuries, heels don't want to be so close to the butt. So yeah, sometimes be careful about that. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Shoulders are relaxed, right? Arms are by your side. So I'm going to take myself up into my pelvic tilt. And it's not a hard pelvic tilt. It's just a comfortable position. And from here, all I'm going to do is to lift the right leg into tabletop and put it down without shifting. So everybody come down because I know it's everybody's hanging. So again, let's just go back to pelvic tilt. Inhale, hold the P, exhale, and pelvic tilt. That's how you have to go up when you do this. Inhale, relax. Exhale, hold the P, pelvic tilt. You're not lifting, you're just pelvic tilting. 1 more time. So it's almost like you're squeezing, not with your anus, but you're just squeezing in the front. Now hold that, lift up, and find squeezing your tush here. You're not very high. Here we go. Push down with the arms a little bit and lift your right leg up to tabletop and down. Tabletop and down. Inhale. Exhale, lift and down. Exhale, lift and down. 2 more. Try to keep, again, I'm holding my ribs maybe and my pelvis to see that they stay steady, and I'm still tilting that pelvis big time. Last one. And lower down. Totally let go everywhere. Okay, and again, practice first the setup. Inhale. As you exhale, pelvic tilt and hold the P, and then lift the hips up. Find steadiness, adjust your feet if necessary, and then the left leg comes into tabletop and toe down. You don't have to touch the ground. It's just tabletop. That was my mistake. Toe on the ground. Tabletop. Toe on the ground. So now you're gripping the other tush. Tabletop. Toe on the ground. Exhale. Breathe. 3 more. So if you're collapsing, pull your P in a little bit and push on that bottom leg. Last one. And down. Whee. Our tushes are weak, aren't they? Do we notice that? Knees into the chest. Grab your big toes. Knees out. Big toes, knees out. Push your big toes to the ceiling with knees bent. So my elbows are on my knees and I keep that shape. Roll to the right and left. So this is not holding the ball. This is with tension. This is not as soft. It's not as, loving myself, but it's still good. That whole, I probably shouldn't have used that. The whole idea is to just be joyful. That's what loving yourself is, that there's just so much openness, so much expansion, so much allowing. Okay, grab the shins and start to rock and roll back and forth. Stretch the legs over and then reach the legs forward. Stretch the legs over, reach the legs forward. Do that a few more times. Last one. Coming back down. One more because I did forget, and you're primed. Pelvic tilt, hold your P, hands behind your head, and you're just going to lift your shoulders off the ground, elbows wide. So just lift the shoulders off the ground and down. Notice my low back is primed. I'm holding my P in a sense, and I'm really feeling this. Just the shoulders, elbows wide. Trying not to pull the head, but almost push down on the core. 3 more. Two. Really curl the shoulders up. Come on, curl them up and let's hold it this time. And curl the shoulders up, relax the head, shake it. Curl the shoulders up, relax the head. One more time, curl the shoulders and down. Whee! Stretch the arms overhead, stretch the feet. Walk the feet to the right, all the way, all the way, all the way. Walk the hands to the right, all the way. And feel that stretch. If you'd like, cross the right over the left. If you like, grab the right arm with the left arm. Trying to keep all of your back on the ground. Okay, the trick now is, can you relax? Can you let go of all that tension? Can you have a big Buddha belly? Big breath. Release and come back to center. Relax completely. Hold the left wrist with the right arm. Walk the feet and heels to the right. Maybe cross the ankle. And then pull the upper body over. Breathe into the tight spots and soften a bit in the compression. How do you breathe in the tight spots? How do you find ease in your toes, in your neck? And then find ease in the waist and the hips. Coming back, relax. Bend both knees. If you have a wall and want to make it easier, you can put your feet at the wall for number 4. Otherwise, cross the right ankle over the left. Feel both sit bones on the ground and just lift the left knee in without even pulling if you can, and then hold underneath the thigh and open the knee. It should be very relaxed. You can also sit up and do cow face. So if pulling is problematic, put your foot on a chair, put your foot at the wall. Now I'm going to practice here, if it's okay with you, pulling that knee in as strong as I can. Not with my hands, but with my left thigh. Pull it in, pull it in. And if you'd like, even lift the head up to try to pull it in even more, but that's really not required. And then come down and put that sole of the foot to the floor. Keep the shape, we're going to the left. And open that knee. You can hold your foot with your hand, the left hand, and open the knee against that. Big Buddha breath, belly breath. Trying to reach the right back side onto the ground, the shoulder, the head, the low back. And then do a log. Lie on your back so the right ankle stays where it is and just try to stack that right knee down toward the other ankle. Whoa. Then crossed ankles, open the knees, and release. Breathe. Other side. Left ankle, is that correct? Yeah. And without doing anything, see if you can pull your right knee in without using your hands. Now find the thigh. Use the chair or wall. And you're trying to relax your upper body. Put your brain where you feel it the most and invite openness, circulation, relaxing around it. Can you belly breath diaphragmatically? And then first, without the hands, try to pull the right knee in very strongly. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Stay there if you'd like. Don't really need to lift the head up. Just keep pulling. Feel where you feel it. Release and take that shape to put the left foot on the ground. Hold the foot if you want with your right hand. Again, try to relax the total back on the ground. So if you need to back off on your shape, adjust your shape for that. And release. Come back to like cross-legged or log, whichever works for you. And then straighten the legs. onto your stomach. If you have a pillow, you can put a pillow underneath your stomach. If you have a bolster, put a bolster under your stomach. So I have a pillow, and I'm just going to put it, not even, let's see, put it where you think it's comfortable. So I'm going to double my pillow, so really make it into a roll, and put it so that I'm resting. I'm putting it like on my hips and groin. So I rest my belly, my low back. And if you'd like to draw one knee up to your side, you can. So find the position where you're putting the pillow that supports you. So you can do Shavasana on your stomach. And whenever on your own, you can even, tilt your pelvis even more to give it more rounding. And you can switch sides, turn your head, pull the other knee up. The higher you pull your knee, the more support for the low back. It's kind of nice to be on your belly sometimes. And then let's just do legs up if you'd like, or plow pose, or just for a moment. So whatever you want to do to put underneath, put the legs up. And you can really go over to your plow if you'd like. You can pull your legs in, touch your toes. Sometimes it's nice to find different props to support you. You'd be surprised what a difference it makes to find just the right pillow or a ball or whatever you like to use, a bolster. And you can take Shavasana or stay here. Just collect yourself. We use the word love, but feel the flow around you, the ease, being held by the universe. Being moved by the universe. Soften somewhere. So maybe it's your gut. Maybe it's your throat. And then I'm just going to come in a fetal position. You decide how you want to finish. You can finish seated.